three market environments that I look at. Here we have the daily chart. And what you look for is, and some of you, this may be new, some of this might be repetitive, but it's important because this is really the key for me understanding how I want to step in and day trade the NASDAQ. In this particular situation, you see anytime the mouth of the Bollinger Bands are opening up and the market's going higher, simple 5-day moving average, that is the potential for range expansion higher. I do not even look at shorts. I just go, whatever. I don't care how far that NASDAQ goes. It's when the portfolio does well, where all your NASDAQ stocks that you're holding in your long-term are doing well and you're not coming in and shorting futures against it. So to me, that's extremely important. That's a no-no. You do not want to short NASDAQ ever, in my opinion, above 5-day moving average, grinding higher with Bollinger Bands moving outward. That's just like rule number one for me. That's the no scenario. When you can't start to look at it is Bollinger Bands start to revert back in, you get below the 5-day moving average. Now you are in what I consider mean reversion. Now, that doesn't mean bearish trend. That just means mean reversion. It means that the market is finally now kind of tapped out and said, maybe we're done going higher. Maybe we start to rotate back lower. So you're looking at rotation. So right away in your mind, when you look at the NASDAQ, you're going to say, okay, we could be rotating lower. Now let me go and take a look at my shorter term stuff. And if I start to get some proof through these other things I've talked about, I'll step in and look at short and NASDAQ. Next scenario we look at is consolidation, which is what we've been in the last probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, where we got back above the 5-day moving average, but we're kind of chopping around the 5-day. It's just kind of in between, the Bollinger Bands, and the top and bottom Bollinger Bands are flat. This is really the beauty of using a Bollinger Band because it helps you understand market environment. If the Bollinger Bands are just flat, you're most likely just in consolidation. It doesn't matter how much volatility you have within that movement intraday, and you're like, oh, we're going to rip higher. Oh, no, we're going to rip lower. You're never going to really pick it perfectly and know when that's ultimately going to happen. I mean, yesterday, you probably had a lot of people thinking this thing's going to keep going lower. And then here we are right back up to the weekly highs. And it's like, okay, but when you look at the Bollinger Bands, it's telling you consolidation, which means two-way tape. And if it's a two-way tape, on multiple confirmations with extremes, with cumulative delta, I have the potential to look for a short scenario in NASDAQ. Now, it's going to depend on what's going on in the short term.